What up, YouTube? So today is going to be part 7 of the Honda Civic ekk2 California State Bar Swap. And today we're going to be doing timing and replacing all our tensioners and everything. We got, well, first of all, we got the chain, we got the tensioner, our guides, and then this is our lower chain for the oil pump. And then we got our timing guide, or the cover, side cover gasket. We got our crank pulley gasket, our top guide, and then we're also going to be replacing the brand new Yamada oil pump. So everything will be fresh on this motor. It had about, I think, 199K, so just in case the maintenance wasn't done or anything on this motor, we'll have everything redone for it, so it'll all be fresh for the state bar referee, whatever. So pretty much what you got to do to get this cover off is obviously take the crank pulley off. If you don't have like a really strong gun, I usually just use a breaker bar, and this is the tool. So pretty much just get this on here, and then you get a breaker bar. And all you gotta do is, get as much tension as you can. I think it's actually gotta be on the opposite way though. But yeah, so that's the easiest way if you don't have a gun. But anyways, the bolt's a 19, and then there's a whole bunch of 10s around here. So we got a 10 right here, 10 right here, 10 right here. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you got 3 at the bottom. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, about 10 10s on here. You don't have to take this off unless you're going to resell it and you want to, but these actually can stay together. Then we got to take off the valve cover, of course, because we got to get to the cam gears. So we got a couple 10s up here, about another 10 10s up here. Get the valve cover off, and then we got to obviously take our sensor. You don't have to take this sensor off. You can just disconnect it from the harness from right there. Other than that, we also got to take off this water cooler hose, and that way we'll be able to actually get the cover off. And then we'll lift the motor up and then get to the oil pan, because we're going to be swapping over to this one, the steel one. They give you a little bit more clearance, and that's actually a K2 one. The owner wanted it back on, so I'll be swapping that on instead for this oil pan. And then we'll kind of finish cleaning up a little bit, and we'll slap the transmission on. And if we got enough time, hopefully we can drop it in and get this thing ready to get the exhaust done. So we'll start knocking out this crank pulley and getting everything taken apart, and then we'll come back. All right, so we got our valve cover off, and we got the side cover off so far. And we're pretty much at our timing right here. So before I do continue, I will put the actual motor back at perfect TDC, just to make the install a lot more easier. So it'll pretty much be this line right here, and this line need to match up. And then we have our little tooth behind here, which I'll show you a little marking actually right here. You see that? That's got to be lined up with that right here. So I'm gonna turn that back. The next thing we're gonna start doing is, pretty much after we have it in timing, is take everything apart. And then I can probably just install this guide for now, and I'm gonna take this guide off, and then we're gonna pretty much cherry pick the motor and take the oil pan off, so we can do the actual oil pump and chain first, and then we'll come back and redo the timing and everything after that. So right now I'm gonna go ahead, put this thing back at TDC, and then I guess we'll just start getting to the disassembly of the timing, and then we'll go ahead and jack the motor up and get this oil pan off so we can get ready for the new pump and put the new oil pan on. All right, so we're back now, and got the oil pan off of this one and a stock one put back on here. So if anyone's still interested in this motor, it's a K20Z1, low mileage, really clean ports and everything. Ran strong. Like I said, the only reason why we're taking it out is because we need paperwork for the A2 swap. So right now, see what we got over here. We got pretty much everything off. All the timing chains and covers. And now we gotta get to the main one, which is the oil pan. And so we gotta take off that with the actual oil pan, which is 2 12s and 2 10s right here. And then we got one right here. And yeah, then we got to do these 3 10s right here. So I'm gonna take these 3 10s off real quick, and then we can get to the oil pump. I'm gonna take out this pump real quick and then we'll come back. All right, so we got the pump off now and the chain and everything. So now we can start installing our new pump. But first I'm gonna start cleaning up all this gasket and everything. So once I get everything ready, we can slap the cover on. And I'm also gonna clean the side cover as well, because it is kind of dirty. I also have to peel off the gasket all off of here and replace this gasket. And then we should be ready to put this thing back on. Just gotta clean all that up too a little bit and get that looking cleaner. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning that up and put the oil pump back on, and then we'll start getting to the timing. All right, so we got the new oil pump on and with the new chain and everything. So when you're installing the pump, you kind of want to put the chain on and slide this on the sprocket at the same time, or the chain won't actually go on. It'll be really hard and you'll be struggling. So the easiest way is to kind of tilt the pump without the bolts in there, and then it'll kind of slide in with it. Right now I'm gonna start with the pretty much the guides, or at least the left side guide, and then we can start getting to this timing and knock this out real fast. So I'm gonna get the chain and everything prepared and ready, and then we'll go over exactly how to do the timing. All right, so we got our first guide on, which is pretty much the main one that swivels for the tensioner. So let's just go over that. We got that on. All right, so on the timing chain itself, it has golden links, as you can see. There's 3 of them. Obviously the 2 closest one would be for the cams. And also, in order to keep the cams kind of aligned, there's holes back here, and I just put little Allen keys. Honda actually makes it as a tool, but I don't have one right now, so I'm just using those. And that'll kind of keep these guided. You really want to pay attention to the links. This kind of being, when you do your timing, might seem a little bit off, but it's okay. It's just because this is a 50-degree VDC, and so it does move. But as long as this one, and this link are on the timing mark spots, so once I tension, you'll see that it'll actually be perfect, and then I'll be able to put the other side on and everything. So the way it's set right now is actually exactly where I want it to be. So I can start getting my tensioner ready, and or actually I could put the other guide on right now, and then we'll put the tensioner, and then we can release it, and then pretty much just tighten it up from there. But yeah, that's pretty much how you want your timing to be. As long as those match up and you got your arrow on your sprocket, you should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the other one on, and then we'll come back and actually finish up the timing. All right, so timing is finished. Like I said, we got both our dots on the exact gold plate or timing chain. Some of them are different on different timing chain kits. There'll be 2 links, so you'll just place them between the links. So if these were 2 gold links, you would just place the dot in between them. But just to show you guys on if you guys get a different type of timing chain. Also, this mark lines up with the gold link as well, so that you can actually see the dot on there, but all that's lined up. Last thing, don't forget to put this on the outside. It doesn't actually mean outside of the timing cover, it just means this has to be on the actual outside. So And then put the top tensioner or guide on. All the guides are straight, ready to go. Now you can release. And then what I like to do is kind of pry right here. And that'll actually help tension it before you want to turn it. So let's see. I don't have really anything to pry it with right now. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna get a pry bar, but pretty much you just pry it from right there and get as much as tension you can out of this tensioner, so everything is good when you actually turn it. So pretty much tighten that up, and then what we're gonna do next is start getting to the cover, and then we could put the oil pan back on, and pretty much valve cover, get everything back to where it was, and that'll be the end of this video. All right, guys, so we're back now. We got everything tied back up. We got the side cover, we got the oil pan, and we got the valve cover pretty much already sealed up and everything ready to go. Next video, we'll be putting the transmission on for sure. This video took a little longer than I thought it was. It's probably because I had to take apart that motor, switch oil pans, clean everything up, etc. But other than that, yeah, hopefully the next video, we'll be putting the transmission onto the motor, dropping the motor in, and then we'll start with all our legal stuff that we have to do to make this car California State barred. Hopefully the timing helps for anybody who is doing timing. Other than that, if you haven't, like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next video.